doesn't love a good New York pasta story? Sfoglini was founded in Brooklyn in 2012 and then moved upstate a few years later. Well, we think it's so good, we drove over 2 hours to get here today to see how the magic happens. So you started Sfoglini back in 2012. Why start a new pasta company?
Well, at the time, my business partner, Steve Gonzalez, was a pasta chef, and he had the idea for a restaurant. And I was doing graphic design and marketing at the time, but wanted to use my skills some other way. So we decided to look into maybe possibly starting a restaurant together. But difficulties of opening a restaurant are astronomical. We saw a little opportunity for a wholesale pasta because we researched, and there really wasn't a New York branded pasta at the time, especially one that was a more premium pasta made in the US using US ingredients.
How many different kinds of pastas do you sell now?
We have 21 that we're making on a regular basis that are in stock all the time. And then with seasonal pastas, we can produce up to maybe 26 throughout the year.
You have so many shapes too that I find we can't get anywhere else.
That's right. We really wanted to find some unique offerings when we started the company. So we went through all the old pasta encyclopedias and booklets and found some shapes that people weren't producing anymore, like our zucca, which is a little pumpkin shape. Our Reginetti is also called a Maffaldine pasta, but it's usually very long, so we cut it shorter and made a unique shape out of that. Now over time, we've even partnered with the podcast The Sporkful, and they've produced a brand new pasta shape that we're making here at Sfoglini called Cascatelli. Today we're making the Cascatelli, so we're using a really high quality durum semolina wheat that gets loaded into the hopper and then brought all the way up into the extrusion chambers up top. So it's still dry at this point, but then as it comes down into this area, it starts to blend with the first liquid. And then goes into a second chamber where it continues to mix more before it goes into a third chamber down there with more moisture, more water added, and that's where it's prepared to actually be extruded. So these are all of our pasta dies which make each of the shapes we can produce.
Wow, so it comes out of here and then it goes in there.
Right, so it's falling from the die at the top. We get loaded into this pre-dryer, then it's brought out on the trays and then stacked up for drying. So every morning these get emptied out at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Each tray is unloaded one at a time into these large totes, and each tote can hold about 500 pounds. And then those are eventually brought into packaging for either bulking or putting in retail packs. So here they've just loaded a new tote. The hopper then vibrates out the pasta onto the different trays, which are brought up an elevator into the scale.
So you guys are also doing some special stuff for the holidays, which are coming up before we know it.
Every year we try to make some unique little gift boxes for the holidays, but this year we took it a little step further. We have entire meal kits.
And I love that you guys also have recipes on your website.
Yeah, with the unique flavors and shapes, people aren't sure what's the best use of them. So we create a recipe for every single pasta. We just kind of give people an idea or inspiration to work from.
Scott, this was super cool. I love that you make this incredible pasta in New York. Thank you for showing us around today.
Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.